I do want to go a bit unconventional here. This may sound a little woo-woo, but killing your former identity. What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be debunking a few of the biggest fitness myths out there that have been widely popularized by the fitness influencers, which by and large are just really genetically gifted individuals sharing information that they don't necessarily subscribe to. The first is calories in versus calories out. Although true that the amount of calories you consume versus the amount of calories you burn will lead to weight loss or weight gain, I think there's a lot of context missing here in terms of the nutrients, the nutrient density of certain foods. So 700 calories of ice cream is not the same as 700 calories of vegetables. Natural foods versus processed foods help keep you full longer. They limit spikes in blood sugar levels. It's not sustainable to really just focus on calories. I think there's been a lot of popularized, no sugar added, all natural, but who even knows what any of that really means? And so the best principle that I've learned is to stick to all natural foods, stay away from processed foods, things that come in boxes, packages, because really there's a lot of marketing that goes into the food industry that isn't always what it cuts out to be. I mean, even thinking about the term breakfast, break fast, a lot of these schedules of eating were created by companies and individuals. Nobody said we need to eat breakfast at a certain time or lunch and dinner. So really being intuitive to your own hunger signals, I think, is something that will only serve you. I think our environment is also a really big factor in this. So if you have friends and communities where it's really centered around eating, whether it's eating late at night or whatever that might be, I think just being very conscious of how much your environment influences you. I think the biggest takeaway is out of sight, out of mind. If your pantry is full of stuff that you shouldn't be eating, put that away. Putting friction in front of the foods that you know you shouldn't be consuming generally will lead to better lifestyle decisions. I do want to go a bit unconventional here and talk about how important your identity is. And this may sound a little woo-woo, but bear with me here. Killing your former identity, I think, is really the only way to sustain long-term success. I think the most common thing I hear is like, oh, I'm not a runner. And those are the people that are starting to run. But instead, reframe that as I am a runner. And although the pace may not be that of a world athlete, you are still a runner. And the runner shows up and puts their all in each run and shows up on a consistent schedule. So similarly with health choices, identifying as someone who is healthy, and we as individuals generally always want to live up to how we identify ourselves, because motivation is fleeting. You can watch an inspirational movie, you can be motivated through little bursts of experiences, but ultimately long-term success really comes in identifying as someone who exhibits the behaviors of the ultimate person you want to be. I think the most important thing when it comes to weight management is blood sugar spikes, and really being mindful of what are the types of foods that spike your blood sugar levels. One very easy to apply hack is just really being mindful to the order of which you eat. So start with your fiber-rich foods like vegetables, then proteins, then your carbs, then sugars. Just by doing this can help really moderate your blood sugar levels. When you consume sugar and carbs, this tends to spike your blood sugar faster than if you had fiber to really help slowly digest your foods. A couple other hacks would be to take a short walk after each meal. It'll aid digestion. Cinnamon has been proven to really help moderate blood sugar levels. I think two of the most popular diets that actually have really served me as well is intermittent fasting and keto. Keto being to just limit carbs, and intermittent fasting being to only eat within a certain window. I think you have to evaluate your lifestyle and understand what serves you. So I naturally don't get hungry in the morning, so I skip breakfast. I then eat around noon, and that really works well for my schedule. Some people might wake up super hungry and feel they need the energy. So if that's you, maybe you just eat dinner earlier than normal. I think there's just tons of research around creating a window of time for which you consume your food to allow you to sleep better. If you eat too close to bed, you're typically spending more energy digesting than actually repairing your body. When it comes to cardio versus strength training, you want to prioritize both, but strength training and muscle is more metabolically dense than fat. So having more muscle on your body will naturally help you burn fat easier and faster. Fidgeting has been proven to be a really easy way to burn excess calories, and I think the most important takeaway is that Rome wasn't built overnight. It's the compound effect of all these little things done on a consistent basis that's going to make you successful. And really be clear on your why in this journey, because it's not easy. And if your why isn't solid or strong enough, I think you should really reconsider what success looks like to you, because that doesn't necessarily mean to look like Mr. Olympia. Success could mean fitting into a certain outfit or whatever that might look like. So I think the final takeaway is to really understand how big of a role your genetics play in all this, and being kind to yourself and understanding that, you're your best self as defined by you, not necessarily comparing yourself to the things that you see on social media. So with that, really enjoy the process, figure out ways to make it fun, make it unique to you, try new things, and take advice that really only serves you, and nothing is truly gospel, because the best exercise routine, the best diet is the one that you can follow. So I wish you the best of luck in your process. Feel free to follow along my journey as well, as I share workouts and different philosophies, and I'll see you guys in the next one.